One of the most satisfying and rewarding things that we can do is put a child molester in prison for the rest of their life, and that's exactly what we did in this case.
Florida State Attorney R.J. Larrizza explaining the horrors of a child molester in St. Johns County sentenced to life in prison. Karen Johnson has our top story.
Recently, after a 2-day trial, a St. Johns County jury found defendant George Moody guilty as charged of 2 counts of sexual battery involving a child less than 12 years old.
To really bring the point home, though, folks don't always understand or appreciate what it takes to prosecute a case like this. You've got to work with a small child, 5, 6, 7 years old. You've got to prepare them to testify in court in front of the abuser.
Attorney Larrizza says the young girl was 5 years old when the abuse began and went on for approximately 16 months.
This man deserves to spend the rest of his life in prison. In fact, I wish that there was a way for the punishment to even be more severe for what that child went through and the scars that she'll bear for the rest of her life.
And Larrizza says it's sad that trust is always at stake.
It can be boyfriend or girlfriend, it can be husband or wife, it can be aunts, uncles, it can be babysitters or family friends that people have trusted for years and years and had no idea, but over that time period, their children were being abused by the very person they entrusted for their child's care. And kids are reluctant to report them.
Florida State Attorney R.J. Larrizza. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
With more accurate data, the developer may possibly be persuaded to create a tree buffer or easement along all or part of the pond, especially in the area that is most populated by the protected birds.
Environmentalists and concerned residents are hoping the developer of the Madeira community will reconsider plans for Phase 3 of the subdivision.
The group Save the Spoonbills is leading the effort, trying to persuade developer Bill Lanius to protect specimen trees and land inhabited by 5 protected species of birds.
Ponce Associates is relying on previous commitments and approvals to complete our community. We understand and appreciate that homeowners across the pond don't want the change. Most everyone would prefer to have their own private preserve in their backyard. In many ways, Madeira is a private preserve for all of its residents.
Many of those residents are calling for changes to the PUD, and Commissioner Barbara Blonder has concerns about the now decades-old tree surveys originally used to develop the land.
I definitely think that a new tree survey should be a requirement. We don't have the information we need in order to be able, neither does a developer, to be able to route the infrastructure in a way that will avoid the most trees. Certainly 20 years is a good long time for trees to gain size.
Commissioner Jim Springfield echoes that sentiment.
One of the questions I have, if we can insist on a new tree study, and if we can insist on the new tree study to be used.
Lanius says they're already under contract.
As far as, this whole concept of land preservation for the Phase 3, we looked into that, Florida Forever and the Blue Way. And finally, they came back and explained to us that this would be a process that was going to take a long time. It was going to be very uncertain. There might be an offer, and if there was, how it would compare to the real value of the land. So we more or less disengaged.
For their part, City of St. Augustine officials are pursuing legal avenues that could require a new tree survey before Phase 3 development begins. I'm Daryl Moody reporting.
Liz Ryan tells us why you should plan on being in the city of St. Augustine Beach tomorrow evening.
I spoke to Communications and Events Coordinator for the city of St. Augustine Beach, Melinda Conlon. She's excited to be a part of one of the city's most popular events.
The Arbor Day event is going to be tomorrow from 5:30 to 7 p.m. at the St. Augustine Beach City Hall parking lot, which is at 2200 A1A South in St. Augustine Beach.
What kind of tree might you like? You'll have your choice while supplies last.
There's going to be 4 different trees that are going to be given away. We have red cedars, southern magnolias, Shumard oaks, and winged elms.
This event will be pulling a lot of community groups together.
The Alligator Farm, Anastasia State Park, the Friends of the A1A Scenic and Historic Coast Highway, Home Depot, Matanzas Riverkeeper, St. Augustine Aquarium, the St. Johns County Parks and Rec, St. Johns County Public Library. We have the Master Gardeners from UF, Fish Island Community Alliance, Southern Horticulture, and we have our very own St. Augustine Beach Public Works guys with their recycling truck. And the event is actually sponsored by our CPAC organization.
Rumor has it a real-life alligator will make an appearance, and the St. Augustine Aquarium will have some sea creatures in tow. See you tomorrow evening at the St. Augustine Beach City Hall beginning at 5:30. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's Local Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.